A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this happens, life-changing experiences occur, and everyone goes through these things. In the past, I used to compare my traumas with other people's traumas, and then I realized we can't do that. For example, a divorce may be horrible for someone else, where the death of a child may be equally as upsetting for someone, right? That's why I created my book, No More Traumedy. And in this book, I share one of the biggest traumedies I had in my life, and then I share how I overcame that trauma, which was the murder of my 21-year-old son. And I realized after I did the book that if I would have had this book when it first happened, my life would look so much better. Fast forward to today, I realized there are lots of things that happened in my life that God set me up for this one event. And there's many stories out there from other people. So I decided to create an anthology. And in this anthology, there will be stories, divorce. It could be the loss of a loved one. It could be some type of sickness like cancer. It can be all sorts of things. We have 7 different areas that we're going to be covering. And I'm looking for authors who they're on the other side of the story, right? You have the mountaintop and then you have the valley. The valley is where you're sharing the story and you might just happen, or maybe you didn't work your way through it, right? And then you have the mountaintop where you're able to share your story from the mountaintop, how you got through it, how you overcame it, what you learned from it. Those are the type of authors that I'm looking for, because this is a movement that God has put on my heart. Um, it's something that I've been putting together for about over a year now. This is year 2. And I'm like, okay, Tina, it's time. And it's more than just a book. It's more than just a story. It's stories that's going to change the world. Not only the author, they're going to have a transformation, but the people that are writing these stories. So if you believe you have a story inside of you, and maybe you're not on the other side of it, maybe you have to work your way through it, this is definitely a project I would love to invite you to, because it's going to be a 3-month coaching course, not just to write the book, but also for you, right? So you can actually understand what you came from, because I believe it's so important to actually do the work. And the work can consist of meditation, yoga, journaling, community, all sorts of things. And I'm super excited about this project because I know that on the other side of it, so many lives are going to be changed. Once the book is complete, there's going to be podcasts, there's going to be book tours, there's going to be interviews on like, I see this so huge. And if you know that you're that person and you have something you want to share and you might have been a little bit nervous, I want to invite you to come through our session to understand what it's about, see if it's something that you're wanting to do. And not everyone's accepted. You get to apply, right? Once you apply, then I'm going to look at what you have written down and what you have to say and what you want to share. And at that point, then I'll make my decision on who's going to be a part of this story. So thank you for listening. Peace. And about hair grease. See you soon. Bye.